Welcome to Intelligent Millionaire Network, Copenhagen. My name is Thomas Vernholm, and I'm the founding partner of Algarve and Costa del Sol Property. My role here is to introduce our next speaker. It is the 12th of April, and we are very happy and honored to introduce Martin Christian Celosse-Andersen. Welcome, Martin.
Thank you.
First of all, Martin, I would like to, if you could please tell us a little bit about your upbringing, where you're from, just a little bit about your culture, your upbringing, where you're from.
Of course, I'm 33 years old now, so I'm gonna try to sum it up in a few sentences. But the most important points from upbringing is that I never knew my father. I never had any stable father figure in my life, so I spent my whole life searching for the father who was never there, which took me into the organized biker gang environment when I was a very young boy. At the age of 7, I saw my father commit suicide, my stepfather, with a shotgun. And of course, that led me into a lot of treatment with psychologists. And at the age of 14, I was transferred to the psychiatric system, and I had diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenic. That diagnosis was attached to me up until I was 32, where I succeeded in leaving it behind. From I was 16 till I was 28, I was a part of a criminal biker gang environment, and I left at the age of 28 as a president for 2 chapters. That's 5 years ago now. Since that, I've succeeded in completing the Danish National Exit Program and developing a new and improved exit program myself.
Amazing, amazing. Martin, you have a mantra.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. It's all about narratives. It's all about the stories we're telling ourselves. If we have a narrative that goes, I can do this, the odds for us succeeding in doing this is slim to none. So there's a blueprint for handling crisis. When I had to leave the biker gangs, I was involved in a very bloody war where people were killed, and people tried to kill me as well. And when I'm looking back at it, I can see there's a blueprint. I can see certain patterns that keep repeating themselves, and that's 1% is enough to create 100% change. You just have to put the 1% the right place. And if you're having doubts, if you're having this 1%, all I gotta ask you is, are you breathing right now? Yeah? All right, mate, let's go, because 1%, that's enough. So when people tried to kill me at the same time that I was trying to leave the biker gangs, and I was trying to become an academic, and I was trying to realize the new persona of me becoming a father, I was facing all of these challenges at the same time. So what I had to do was keep repeating the mantra that 1% is enough, and all I had to do was keep pushing this unwavering will, and never to back down, never to give up. No matter how dark it seems, you just gotta keep pushing, because everybody around me told me it can't be done. Everybody said the same things. Come on, Martin, you come from a very bad home, you don't know your father, you don't have any education, you don't have any experience at the job, at the marketplace. How are you supposed to get a normal life? Nobody would hire you. You got 12 years with a criminal record, forget about it. Everybody told me the same. The exit program told me the same. We can't relocate you to another municipality because nobody wants you because of your profile at the biker gangs. Everybody told me it was impossible, but I succeeded. Then I came and I placed myself on the other side, so to say. Then I had to get an education. And how do you start an education with a 12 years gap on your resume? Everybody told me it was impossible. But in order to that, I had to get this stigma from the psychiatric diagnosis of the paranoid schizophrenic. And once again, I was told it was impossible. Everybody told me, you've been in the system for 19 years. It's not gonna happen. But I kept pushing. I stick to the blueprint, maintained the unwavering will not to fail, and I succeeded last year. After 19 years, the stigma was removed. and it was stated that I was misdiagnosed with this diagnosis.
Congratulations. It's a fantastic story. What are you doing today, Martin?
Right now, I'm studying. But the past years, I've had a consultancy agency, I think it's translated into English, where I'm advising ministries and municipalities in how to handle these biker and organized motorcycle gangs. In that way, I'm recontextualizing my experience as being a leader from the other side into how to handle the same group on this side.
Fantastic. So we can agree that in order to progress, you have to change, and it's the same in business and in companies.
Yeah.
So can you? I know it can be a long story, but can you shortly explain us a little bit about the culture in the company?
Of course. Every company has its own culture. So when a company needs to get new employees, there is a need to develop this certain employee into a new culture residing in this business as a challenge for everybody. It was challenging for me as well when I was a president in a biker gang environment, because I had to get new people into my organization, and make no mistake, it's the same structure. I was a president, I had 5 directors below me, and then I had a lot of people who had to be coordinated, including I had to travel to other countries and build up chapters there as well. So there is a need to develop new people inside the company are suitable and fits. And that goes at the same, it's the same pattern on this side of the fence. And you need to be very visual about it, and you need to be very clear about it. You need to be a role model, and you have to develop and make sure that this transitional phase, when you get a new person from another company, they bring their own culture with them, and you need to support them in being integrated into your company.
I agree. Martin, thank you very much for this, and you will tell us a lot more about it the 12th of April. If people want to come in contact with you before, do you have a website or do you have an email?
Yes, www.1%enough.dk, and translated into English is 1%isenough.dk. You'll find all my information there.
Thank you very much. Martin, we are looking forward to see you.
As do I.
Thank you. Bye.